knows nobody.
Jaylen Brown.
Your superstars have off games.
Follow us on social media at Celtics Talk Weekly.
Welcome into Celtics Postgame Live, everybody. I'm your host, Justin Lowe. Alongside with me, my co-host, Ian Angelo. Ian, welcome. The Boston Celtics dropped this one only by 6 points, but look, honestly, resting Al, resting Jason Tatum, no Robert Williams, and the Celtics lost by 2 possessions. A couple late turnovers costed the Celtics the game, where they had Sam Hauser and Peyton Pritchard hitting clutch shots tonight. I mean, this is the defending champs who, honestly, besides Grayson Allen, one of their bench players, they were fully healthy. They had no excuses to lose this game tonight. This was their last home game of the season, and the Celtics went in there and said, "Hey, we're not going down without a fight." Ian, what's your initial reaction on tonight's game?
I want to start this out by saying, without any context, I wish we won that game. Man. I knew we weren't gonna. But it was fun. It was a fun game. They had me believing. If your bench can have you believing you can win against the defending champs, that's a pretty good bench. No Jason Tatum, no Al Horford, no Robert Williams, no Nick Stauskas.
Yeah, right.
The Celtics were missing their core of their starting lineup, and they played amazing basketball until the end when they turned the ball over. But anyway, they played great. Honestly, this might be like the most energetic I've seen them play in a while. And granted, everyone was out, but still, they just would not go away. No matter how big the lead the Bucks got, they would not go away, sadly, until the end. But that kind of happens sometimes, and there's really nothing you can do about it. So
remember I texted in the group chat last night. Remember, I was like, if we win this game without the starters, we might as well just go to the finals. We might as well just play Brooklyn in the first round and just face the competition off right away. But I was looking. I look at this is somebody who I sat through the past year and a half watching the Celtics lose, being very mid. I understand if we won tonight, it would have almost nearly locked us into a Brooklyn series if Brooklyn got out of the play-in tournament. But look, I love winning. I want to win, especially when you're facing the defending champs shorthanded. Like in a game like that on national TV, you have a chance to really stun. And if you already haven't proved to yourself, you know what I mean? This is kind of one of those games. I thought guys like Sam Hauser obviously had a huge night at 11 off the bench. Marcus Smart seems like he couldn't miss. Daniel Tice, I know he missed the layup towards the end, but he had a decent night shooting from the floor, believe it or not. That was only his 4th miss of the night. Brown, who struggled shooting, he was 8 of 20, actually had a triple-double. He played very, very well tonight, not just scoring-wise, but rebounding the basketball, passing the basketball. He was tonight's player spotlight. He finished with 22 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds. Let's take a quick look at the player spotlight total leaderboards for the season. JB creeping up on JT. I don't think he'll be able to catch him, even if he wins one on Sunday. JT might have locked up the player spotlight for the regular season, but Jaylen Brown wins it tonight. What did you see from Jaylen Brown tonight, Ian? He did literally quite a lot of everything.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown, he had 4 fouls at the end of the third quarter, too. And he still almost had a triple-double by the end of the third quarter. Damn, man. Yeah. I wish he could have scored a little more. Granted, he was getting double, triple teamed because there was literally no one else the Bucks could attack. And Jaylen Brown was making the right passes, which is something that we've been talking about a lot. We were saying, how good was Jaylen Brown going to be? His facilitating has been better, but is it going to be up to that level? And it was up to that level tonight. Granted, they took away a rebound, but his rebounding was really good as well. And, he blocked Giannis in the fourth quarter. he was doing everything he could tonight to will the Celtics to a win. And I mean, it sucks that it didn't happen, but Jaylen Brown played an amazing game tonight.
Somebody who also played well was Marcus Smart. With Jason Tatum, Marcus. With Jason Tatum out, we mentioned Brown getting doubled, even at times triple teamed. We needed somebody else to hit shots, take and make shots tonight. That was Marcus Smart, 29 points on 7 assists, 10 of 16 from the floor, 7 of 12 from long range. This isn't the first time we've seen Marcus step up into this type of role. Where he is the main scorer on nights. We saw it a couple of weeks ago when Jaylen Brown was out of the lineup in Toronto. Marcus Smart had that 28 and 10 game. I don't know how much stock to put into it. It's nice to know that we can have a guy like Marcus Smart to rely on when the Jays are out, but when the Jays are in, I don't think Marcus is going to be putting up 29 points, but he did it quite efficiently. He took 16 shots and he hit 10 of them, Ian.
Yeah, I mean, in the third quarter, Marcus Smart turned it on. The Celtics needed somebody to take over in the third quarter. I think once Jaylen Brown went out with his fourth foul, Marcus Smart just went insane. Like, he was ballistic in that third quarter. If they were playing any other team, the Celtics probably could have pulled out the win with the third quarter that Marcus Smart had tonight. I mean, it looked I don't even know how to describe it. It was just something that it's not that I haven't seen Marcus Smart do this before. It was just the efficiency in which he was doing it. Like, I mean, he didn't take 30 shots tonight. He took 16 and he made 10 of them. Like, that's insane efficiency. His passing, he's not passing to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown most of the night. He was passing to guys like Daniel Tice. He was passing to guys like Sam Hauser and Peyton Pritchard and them. And he made them better. This is what we've been saying and wanting from Marcus Smart all year, and he's been providing it most of the year. But this time, in this game with no Jason Tatum, he stepped up, and that's what the Celtics needed. And I was just super impressed by Marcus Smart. He low-key got robbed of the player spotlight tonight. I'm not going to lie to you, but
who, Marcus Smart? Yeah,
I think he got robbed. I think he got robbed.
Smart was up there. We have a very hard time deciding. Like in the beginning of the game, if Sam Hauser played more minutes in the second half and he was playing the same, I mean, the way he came out and he had 9 quick points in like the first 5 minutes of his playing time. I was like, oh my goodness, are we going to see a 20 bomb?
I thought we were going to have a Sam Hauser legacy game tonight. I'm not going to lie. I thought we were going to have a Sam Hauser legacy game.
Right, but again, like, not the worst thing in the world. Seeing the Celtics kind of dropped this game. I mean, they were competitive. I know we don't celebrate moral victories in Boston, but like this was for sure one of them. I mean, you took the defending champs down to the final few possessions, missing your best player, as well as 2 other starters in Robert Williams and Al Horford, which are arguably statistically one of the best front courts in the league as well. But look, Celtics have one game coming up on Sunday. It's their final regular season game against the Memphis Grizzlies. Look, usually last games don't mean too much, but seeding-wise, I don't know what the Celtics are going to do here. I don't know what the standings are going to look like between now and Sunday. We still have a couple of days. I do know Philly lost. They did lose.
Yeah,
they were up like 30. They were up like 30-12, and I was like, oh my goodness. But then Toronto came back and they actually won. So that's big. That's like big. Like if you're looking to tank, I don't think the Celtics, by the way, were looking to tank. I don't think that's their intention. But if you are looking to do that and you lose this game, at least Philly lost this game as well, because I don't want to play Toronto. There's rumors going around that actually broke during the game that it's Brown and Horford that are the ones that are not vaccinated. And I don't want to speak too much on that, because if that's not true, I don't want to go spreading rumors. This is just what I saw at halftime. I mean, first of all vaccine statuses aside, I don't really want to play Toronto in the first place, because not only are we down Robert Williams, but Toronto always gives Boston trouble. They're a great team. We gotta don't forget that there are champions on that side of in their locker room. They match up very well against Boston. I'd much rather play a Chicago Bulls, especially if the Bulls are going to be looking like they did last night, which it's likely they will, because Lonzo Ball just got shut down for the remainder of the season, and that'll likely go into the playoffs. Robert Williams is actually ahead of schedule in rehab. There's a potential, this goes 6-7 games. Maybe Rob Williams gets back into the first round. Hopefully they don't rush it. But I mean, hey, if he's feeling better and doctors say he's ahead of schedule, he's ahead of schedule. There's nothing we can do about it. But I don't honestly, Ian, I don't have that much to talk about. I mean, this was a game coming into like last night. Celtics got a very solid, dominant win tonight. We just wanted the Celtics to go out there and compete, especially once we saw the injury report. Go in and do it. You did against Toronto. Keep it close. Celtics actually had a 6-point lead in this one. I'm honestly satisfied. Like, this is not the end of the world. I mean, we got our 50 bomb season, Ian. I'm good now, man. I'm good. We got our 50 bomb, and we did lock up a top 4 seat. So no matter what, even if we go in and lose in Memphis, we definitely have home court advantage first round, which 2 months ago, no way, we call you stupid if you said that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a level of satisfaction that we haven't felt in a while, it feels like.
Right.
We're not like struggling, we're not, constantly stressing about everything, which I mean feels nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, this game just kind of showed how deep the Celtics are.
Right.
I mean, at worst, if they have to in the playoffs, which they most likely won't, they could go 10, 11 deep if they needed to.
Right.
I mean,
like
look at Sam Hauser tonight.
Yeah.
He can play. Like, he can legit play if need be. Aaron Nesmith, he didn't have a great night tonight, but
we know
what
he can bring.
We know he can play. We know he has the ability to play if he needs to. So I'm just pretty happy with this game. I was about to, start the Daniel Tice fan club, but that missed layup at the end made me think a little more. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if merch for the Daniel Tice fan club comes out soon. Daniel Tice, though, played an insane game tonight. I mean, I made the joke, but it was kind of true. He looked like Nikola Jokic for a while in the third quarter. Him and Marcus Smart, I mean, he was going crazy in the third quarter, and he just would not stop scoring.
It sucks because he must hate playing in Milwaukee because he always has decent games in Milwaukee. And when it comes to last year when we played Milwaukee, I don't know if you remember, he had a wide open corner 3 for the win and he missed it.
Because that was the game he got traded after. He got traded right after that. And then Mo Wagner hit a 3 in the same place because they played a back-to-back in Milwaukee. Trust me, I remember that game fondly. He must hate Milwaukee, honestly. He honestly must hate Milwaukee.
He picked up a tech tonight as well. I don't blame. I understand Tice complains a lot sometimes, but he has every right to, because the calls that he gets whistled, the calls that he gets whistled for are ridiculous compared to what they don't call for him. I mean, honestly, I'd bitch and complain too nonstop if I was getting whistled for a foul. I mean, the poor guy steps on somebody's toe and he gets called for a freaking flagrant 2 and he fouls out, even though he's only played for 2 minutes, for Christ's sakes. It's frustrating. Man. He must have such high blood pressure, man. I would for sure. Honestly, I couldn't deal with that. But any final thoughts? I mean, there's not that much to kind of talk about because last night was a big game. We kind of got a lot off our chest last night, and tonight was kind of one of those games where, look, go in, do what you got to do, and just come out healthy, and that's what the Celtics did.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to start the Daniel Tice fan club merch, though. I think that might come out soon, so watch out for that. But yeah, I mean, it's really what do we say about this game? It was a good game. Did it mean much in the long run? Not really. We can look ahead to Chicago. I'm excited to see how we play against Chicago. If Chicago is the Chicago that we played yesterday and they're just gonna lay down and die, it felt like, if they're going to do that in the playoffs. I mean, who knows? Maybe the Celtics sweep the Bulls. I doubt that. I don't think the Bulls lose all 4 games in a row. But, I mean, maybe we just look ahead to the playoffs. I mean, I don't know. Can Toronto go back to the 6th seed? I don't think they can. They didn't clinch the 5 seed, did they?
What would you say, Toronto?
Yeah, can Toronto go down to the 6th seed right now? I don't think
They're
so.
2 games above.
Okay, so they're probably not going back down to the 6th seed. So if the Celtics can stay in the 3 seed, which I don't see how they wouldn't, unless Philly somehow does something. I don't know I don't know what needs to happen for them to stay in the 3 seed at this point. I'm just gonna be here until the playoffs start. But I'm excited to see what they do in the playoffs now, because this team's deep. And I said it on stream, this team's legit. Like, I mean, granted, we've been saying, oh, they're a great team, they're doing this, they're number 1 defense. No, they're legit. I don't have any qualms by saying that. I think I can legitimately say the Celtics are a legit team in the NBA right now. And outside of having to play Milwaukee again, I don't know another team in the East right now that can stop them. Even with Brooklyn, I don't see another team outside of Milwaukee that can potentially stop them right now.
Stop the Celtics?
Yeah.
Like, you don't think maybe Phoenix? Or are you saying in the East?
I said in the East. In the East. Phoenix, I mean, honestly, it's Phoenix's Western Conference to lose at this point. I'm not going to lie. I like the Grizzlies and I like the Warriors, but I don't see them as legit contenders in the West. So if the Suns don't make the finals, it's going to be a disappointment, because it feels like it's their Western Conference to lose right now.
I wonder if the Grizzlies, like everybody's saying the Grizzlies, I wonder how. Honestly, I'm a big Warriors guy. I kind of always been a big Warriors guy. Like even before kind of they went on the little run, I've always liked the jerseys. But Klay Thompson doesn't look all that great. Draymond Green, like the team hasn't been great since Draymond Green's come back.
They're losing to the Lakers right now.
And the Lakers don't have anybody, as if they even had anybody. Shots. But I mean, and this is kind of a big game for the Warriors, I think, seeding wise. But let's take a look, at our final box score. The Boston Celtics lose to the Milwaukee Bucks 127-121, one high scoring game for not having your MVP candidate on the team. Marcus Smart led the way for the Celtics with 29. Drew Holiday led the Milwaukee Bucks with 29. No Tatum, no Horford, no Robert Williams tonight, but the Boston Celtics were able to give the defending champs a tough battle.
The Warriors are making THT look like Jaylen Brown right now. I'm not even going to lie. I have the game on in front of me, but I mean, damn.
Is there any final thoughts going into Sunday other than stay healthy and make open shots? Or is that
you forgot just win.
Just win. Just win too.
Honestly, I want to see what I mean. I don't really know what they're going to do on Sunday. I want you to start Sam Hauser. Let Sam Hauser play 48 minutes and just let him shoot as many shots as he wants. Also, play Matt Ryan on Sunday. I don't care.
Yeah. Malik Fitz.
I want them to play Matt Ryan.
Fitz.
I want to see Malik Fitz. I don't care. I don't really care if they rest all their starters. Don't play your starters. Play your starters. I don't really care.
By Sunday, though, we might already know where we are, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
If we don't know by then maybe play the starters for like the first quarter, because I think that's what the Grizzlies are doing with John Morant on Sunday. That's what I heard. I heard that they're only playing him for like limited minutes just for a tune-up, quote unquote.
But they're somehow like the best team in the NBA without him. Like they're like 18-2.
I know. They're I think they're like 20-2 now. They haven't had John Morant in a while, so I think that's just good team building, honestly. I mean, you have Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a really good player. Desmond Bane, he's a great player. Brandon Clark, D'Anthony Melton. I mean, they have a good team in Memphis, so it doesn't surprise me that they're winning games without Ja, but the Grizzlies are kind of on another level when they do have Ja. I feel like Ja makes them the championship contenders, in my opinion. When people say the Grizzlies are championship contenders, if they didn't have Ja, yeah, I mean, they'd be a good team, but they might be a first or second round exit. If they have Ja Morant, and Ja Morant can play at the level that he's been playing all season, the Grizzlies are a championship contender, in my opinion. I don't know if they're as serious as the Suns, but they can maybe make a Western Conference Finals run if they need to.
I don't know, man. It's so weird that like we're a week away from the playoffs and we have not one single clue. Like there's like 5 different teams.
It feels so weird.
Play. I honestly can't remember a time like this. I remember back when we played Miami. It was like 2016 that I say. It was actually when was it? I forget exactly when it was, but we actually were getting blown out by Miami in the last regular season game, and we came back and we won. But there were like 4 other teams tied with us. So instead of us getting like the 2 seed, we dropped down to like 4 or 5. I think that was the year we played the Bulls in the first round. But
yeah,
all right.
Honestly, I can't wait for the playoffs. I want to see Jaylen Brown in the playoffs so
Me
badly.
Too.
Jaylen Brown is playing so good right now. I mean, honestly, we forgot Jaylen Brown kind of owned Toronto in that bubble series when he played the last time he played. I mean, Jaylen Brown played it insane. We don't talk about that, but
no. Remember, he ended OG. He got a poster. Yeah,
and Andy locked up Pascal Siakam basically the entire series.
Couple spin moves for him, and he's to the cup. That's all he knows how to do is a little spin move.
Well, don't say that because Raptors fans are going to come in our comments saying, "Didn't you drop 40 on you guys?"
Yeah, but you know what though? That's great because remember what they did to us in the preseason or like the second game of the regular season.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They got us
I think that's our most viewed live stream too.
I know.
We had like 2,000 people in that stream for no reason at all. It was hilarious.
It was hilarious. It was the greatest. So I would love if all of Canada can just come on into the live stream. Come on in.
Come on, Canada. Come on.
We welcome you. We welcome you. But all right, look. We'll be back here Sunday night, 7 p.m. tip-off in Memphis. We'll have you covered for Celtics Postgame Live. Final regular season game of the season. Maybe a little playoff preview. Maybe a little finals preview. Who knows? But we'll have you covered nonetheless. I'm Ian. No, I'm not. I'm Justin. That's Ian. We'll see you guys Sunday. Take care.